Hello there, Jack Seeley from Seeley Chiropractic. I did a video not too long ago about what causes disc problems. Obviously we see a lot of people coming into the clinics with disc prolapses of different varying degrees of seriousness. So what can you do yourself? There would be some different stages. So the first stage would be more like an acute stage. So something where you've just done the movement to irritate the disc, and this would be a stage where you'd really want to try and calm things down, calm the inflammation down, and help with the pain response in the body. When you irritate a disc, it can be really painful, and very often you get like a burning type pain and also like a referred pain. So that means that the pressure is going directly on the nerve, which is right next to the disc. So the disc comes out, pushes on that nerve, and then the nerve, wherever that goes, creates a referred pain. So for example, in the lower back, that nerve, the 5 nerves in the lower back, they travel down the legs. So you all get referred pain depending on which nerve is irritated. For example, most commonly with the low back, it's L5 or L4. So the 4th disc or the 5th disc. The nerves that come out of that, the 5th nerve in your low back, that goes to your big toe. So very often people, if they have pressure on that nerve, will get a numbness or a tingling into that big toe area. The L4 is more towards the shin area. You might get numbness into that area, and then the nerve at the bottom of the back is S1, and that nerve controls the back of your calf muscle. So if you're getting burning, tingling pain or weakness in those areas, that's typically a sign that that nerve is being compressed, and the nerve is compressed by the disc and the inflammation around that disc. So what you need to try and do yourself, some tips when it's in that stage, would be really careful management of it. So don't push your body too hard. What works well would be typically an ice pack. So a cold pack on the lower back where that nerve comes out of the spine for 15-20 minutes on, and then you take it off for 45 minutes to an hour, and then you can put it back on again, and you do cycles of that. So up to 5 times you can use the ice pack in the space of a day, I would recommend. The other thing you want to try and focus on is your posture. So we know with the disc in the lower back, it will get more irritated the more flexed you are. So if you're sitting slouched like this is putting a lot of pressure on the disc. So you've got to try and sit more extended, more upright. Okay. The other thing you want to do is try not to sit on anything too low. So if you sit on a chair like I am now and you have a disc problem in your lower back, that's going to be really difficult to get back up again. So try and stay on a higher seat, like on a dining room chair seat or a kitchen chair seat, so you're a bit more upright. The other thing you want to try and do in this more acute painful stage would be gentle movement and gentle stretching. So for example, you can do in the lower back, you can do some segmental movements, so very slow flexion, just a little bit, and then into extension. Very slow flexion, very slow extension. And everything needs to be done in the pain-free zone. So don't do anything that's creating pain or eliciting that nerve pain in the leg. Because if you do that, then you're basically just constantly irritating that area. And at the moment, we want to calm it down as quick as possible. The other things you can do is the stretching. So typically with the lower back, when this is very irritated, you want to concentrate on legs. So concentrate on stretching your quad muscles, which is the stretch. You can see that one. So pull your abs in, squeeze your knees together, and extend the spine. So feel them stretch here. And then you've got your hip flexors. So a hip flexor is in here. I'm stretching this side. And then you want to work everything around your hips. So you've got things like external rotation of the hip, flexion of the hip, internal rotation of the hip. Just work through that movement as much as you can. Everything done in a pain-free zone. So Don't push it, don't irritate it at the moment. It may take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to be able to calm this part down. And then once it's calmed down, then we can talk after that about what you can do next. Okay, so early stages, you can imagine this would be like an analogy, would be a house burning down, the flames are roaring. You want to calm those flames down, you want to control the fire first. So firefighters are coming in, shooting the water and calming everything down. At the moment, your lower back, that's on fire, that's inflamed, that's irritated, disc is irritated. It's all about calming things down. So ice, gentle movement, gentle stretching, looking after your posture, and then also, you know, things like hydration is really important. I would typically find people who have irritated discs and injure their discs, it's done in a stage where their body is a bit dehydrated. So make sure your water intake is high, and then also your stress levels. Try and manage your stress levels. If your stress levels are very high in your life, that will also decrease your resistance to extra stress. So then you do something extra and then boom, you get the injury. So try and manage your emotional stress levels and try and get enough sleep. Again, the sleeping is going to help your recovery. So all of those things are stuff you can focus on at the moment in the acute stage, okay? And what we can do next is another video which will help you with when it's less acute, on what you can do yourself in order to rehab and look at strengthening that areas, so you don't keep getting the problems back. Okay, so I hope this has been useful. Any questions, ping them in underneath the video. If you have any disc problems, you can always reach out to City Chiropractic. We're experts at looking after this type of problem, and we're here in Helsinki and in Oulu. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll see you again in another video.